what you found was very good and what could be improved. And since we want to talk about the oddballs, Michael, why don't you start?
I like that. Yeah, it's one here too. I'm nursing a hangover too for what that's worth. But anyway, yeah. First of all, I think a great job putting some great companies together. Very exciting. It's always interesting seeing somebody try to do something on Long Island because there's a lot of intellectual capital here. There's a lot of very bright people, and this is a place where where the government almost conspires against us as far as generating costs here. So we've got some brilliant people in this area. We've got some great post-integration people coming out here from Queens. We've got a lot of ethnic groups that are entrepreneurial by nature, and yet we have these very high costs in every different way, cost of capital and cost of clients. But the one thing that struck me about every, and I always see this in every business, almost every business presentation, is that everybody puts the ask at the end. Like it's a mystery novel. I think the conclusion should be up front in every presentation, and a supporting, so that the investor, the potential investor at the back end, is not sitting there saying, okay, I'm trying to figure it out, and then get to the punchline at the end. First thing should be, again, because I'm greedy, this is what you should buy, and here's why you're going to make X amount of dollars at this price. And the rest of it is support, as opposed to having the investor try and figure it out at the end, figure out the price.
Great, very good feedback. Slide.
Yeah, I think making money matters. Great ideas are captivating, but good businesses are really self-sustaining. I mean, look at VC-backed companies like Dropbox or Airbnb. They have from the very beginning made a real product, charged real customers, and have a really value for a product. So I think most of the companies that we saw today are looking from that. So it's not just saying the pre-revenue model of, well, we're going to get customers and they're going to be based on advertising. So that's something I think going forward is going to be important, looking at real revenue stuff.
Yeah, we had a few that actually are revenue generating, seemed to be on target. Some of the challenges that we saw was early stage, and can the team scale, and can they find talent? Those are some of the concerns. And but we did have talent in the room, and they did have vision.
That's always the case with startups. Talent. When you scale, that's very important. And obviously talent. And if you're local, you want to attract as much talent from the local market.
Right. Absolutely. Steve.
I guess sort of touching on what Mike said, I found some of the presentation slides are very good. In the beginning, somehow you want to get into right away what you do and how you make money, and then work back. There were some that went too much into the actual marketplace, and you're like, okay, obviously it's a good market and so forth, but catch me right away, work back, and prove your point. So for advice, that's...
And our serial entrepreneur.
I can give you each company. Okay. First of all, I found the slides to be not complementary to the presentation. The only company that did was Care Booker did a very good presentation, and the slides were complementary. Dashbid and Fight Partner were decent. The others were completely over busy and were not adding to the presentation, but conflicting and subtracting from the presentation. The other thing is, except for Care Booker, Dashbid, and Fight Partner, I had difficulty understanding what the people were actually doing. Okay, I got the gist, but I didn't really understand. And then the other thing is 7 minutes for me is a long presentation. 5 minutes in New York is getting to be the upper limit, and we're going towards 3 minutes, okay? So I just woke up again, okay? Thank you.
It's a tough crowd. So, all right. So, having said that, one of the things that we want to go over is over the last